लगा था कि कुछ प्रॉब्लम है, यू हैव नॉट ज्वाइन, नॉट कंटिन्यूइंग। सभी लोग वहीं कर रहे हैं कि बाहर भी कर रहे हैं? भावना,
Sir, 6 students from our class are doing training from Sabud only. I don't know about the rest one.
तो बेटे जो बाकी स्टूडेंट है जो नहीं सबूत में नहीं है बेटे, उन सबको रिक्वेस्ट है कि वो, आप लोगों को बहुत बार बोला है, अगर कोई ऐसा स्टूडेंट है तो काइंडली सेंड योर व्हाट यू आर डूइंग। सो आई एक्सपेक्ट यू मस्ट सेंड मी ए मेल, give me the detail where you are doing along with your phone number, so that you must fix it, otherwise it will create a problem. And if other thing is, if you are not doing at Subud, you must go for the certification. Fine, you don't do any training like of networking, or don't make any project. Better to do some certification which is very useful for you for getting better job. Fine. So I think Dr. Raksa has going to start.
Yes, I've got my PowerPoint. So
okay, Raksa,
again,
carry on.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks. Okay. So this is okay. So we'll talk about a few things, since you already know a lot about business analytics, data warehousing, data mining. We might skip some of that and focus only on the MBA part. Why MBA? What is this MBA all about, and how it is useful to students like you and others who you may know. Okay. So this is as Dr. Chima said. I have come from US. For 27 years, I was in US. This was my school, Clarkson University. Somewhere here, I had my office. Great building, great school, and now I am honored to be in this another great building, another great office, which is Akal University. Okay, so let us start with the financial aspect first. Why you offer an MBA in business analytics, which is what we are offering this year. Okay, so if you look at the growth, this is IBM's data. 28% growth in business analytics by 2020. Okay, so this is good news. If you are following any newspaper, any Google News or anything, you will every day find some articles which say how companies are making use of business analytics, data analytics, and this trend has increased during the lockdown. Why it has increased during the lockdown? Because more and more companies, more and more people are working from home. They are using computers and they are generating more and more data, which is becoming useful for companies to look at and analyze. Okay, so this is the point. So if you look at this chart, there's a 28% increase in demand, which is forecasted. Okay, another smoking gun, so to say, that how we can conclude that there will be an increase in jobs for business analysts in future. If you look at this graph, this statistics, there is a growth in business analyst software market. Okay, now it makes sense. If more and more companies are buying business analytics software, they are going to use it. Okay, and if they are going to use it, they are going to need people like you who will be putting this software to use. So this is another indication that we see here. What we see here is, and this is somewhat old, this is the average base pay for data scientists. Okay, 6,50,000 per year. This is the average. Okay, so it can be lower or higher than that, and these are all published. This is all published data. As you see in this slide, the average pay for entry level business analyst is almost rupees 5 lakhs. By the way, at Akal Business School, this MBA that we are offering, we are also telling students that they will have guaranteed placement after they successfully complete this program at around the same salary that you see here, 5 lakhs per year. It could be more, it could be less. Okay, and where are these sources? These sources are all listed here. Naukri.com, NaukriHub.com, Analytics Training.com. So you can verify these sources. You can Google them, or I'll share this set of slides with Doc Saab, and you can take a look there. Okay. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask at any time. Okay. You can either unmute yourself, ask the question, or type it in the chat box. Okay. So this is another interesting slide which tells you where exactly is the demand for MBA in business analytics. Which industries have this demand? So as you see here, financial services is leading. Okay, so financial services is where and again, this is from SAS.com. SAS is a software statistical software company based in US. Uh, very prominent company. Okay, and this is 2016, but this data is still valid. So financial services, manufacturing, technology, health and life sciences, etc., etc. So you go through this list. What does it imply? As you know industries are cyclical in nature. Sometimes one industry goes up, another time another industry goes up. For example, during the pandemic and lockdown, uh, healthcare industry boomed. Okay, but some other industries, for example, the restaurant industry, the food industry, entertainment industry, those industries collapsed. The point here is that if you look at this data, whatever may happen in the environment, some industry will be doing well. So if you are a business analyst, then the chances are that you will be in demand, uh, whatever be the nature of the economy. Sometimes financial services may be down, but manufacturing may be up, or technology may be up and down. This is normal business cycle. Okay. What is interesting about this slide here, what we see is, again, this is from the same company, SAS.com. Management areas in which business analytics is implemented. Okay, so if you look at the list of business areas, so these are the typical conventional business areas: strategy and planning, finance, marketing, information technology management, sales, operations, supply chain management, customer service, support, etc., etc. Okay, the highest number of MBAs who MBAs with business analytics who are appointed are in strategy and planning, followed by finance, followed by marketing, and so on and so forth. Now, what does this imply for us? Those who will be looking for business analytics jobs, MBA with business analytics job. What it implies is that most of you will be working, 59-60% of the people will be working in strategy and planning, which is the top area in any business. So all the C suits, CFO, CIO, CEO, CTOs, CEO, those people, they are involved in strategy and planning, and business analysts will be used in that area. Okay, so what does it mean? It means that you will be closer to the top echelon of the company, which means more visibility in the company, which means better chances
इधर
of
देखियो
growth. Hello? So which means that you will be working for the top guys in the company. Although you may be starting at very low, you may be an entry level person, but what you do in the company will have repercussions, will have significance for the top people, which makes your job more important and which makes your role more visible, which results in higher uh, pay raises and all those things. Okay, are we together so far? So this is here, what I'm doing is I'm trying to make for you a case that why MBA in business analytics will pay off for itself down the road, and this trend is going to continue. Okay, so this is what we see here. uh, Again, if you look at this slide, which of the following key benefits does your organization currently derive, or would you expect to derive from business analytics software as defined above, whatever that above was? Okay. Uh, Again, 75% of the respondents say that key benefit derived by analytics will be improving the decision making process, which dovetails with the previous slide, that these people will be in strategy and planning. Okay, so improving the decision making process, speeding up the decision making process, better align resources with strategies. Okay, realizing cost efficiencies, responding to user needs for availability of data on a timely basis. These are all important tasks, right? These are all important tasks. So my point is that once you have this business analytics skill set under in your portfolio, then you will be doing things which are important for the company, and which will leave a mark on the company. Once you do well in one particular company, okay, I was talking to a friend of mine. He runs an analytics firm. Actually, he worked for SAS in US. He taught in US, got his PhD in US, and then he was. Both of us were together at IIM Indore for some amount of time. Now he is the co-owner of an analytics firm. And I asked him. I said, Nitin, tell me honestly, do you think these students will get good jobs? He said, don't worry at all. This is the hottest field right now. Once your students graduate with those skills which you are telling me that they will have, then they will have no dearth of jobs. After they brush up their skills, their pay raise will be even faster. Okay, so you may be joining at 5 lakhs, 6 lakhs, but within next few years you will make a lot more money than what you make at the entry level, and this growth will be faster than what other MBAs will make. Okay, when I was at Clarkson in US, they pay a fairly decent salary to faculty. We had an MBA program, so I used to joke with my students. I used to say, "Don't worry. Although when you join, your salary will be lower than my salary, but within 5 years you will be making more money than I do, because academic salaries don't increase that fast." Okay, but corporate salaries do increase, and they increase fast depending on how important your role is. This is all demand and supply. You know what value you add, that is the value you receive from the organization. Okay, so if you are adding more value, then the chances are that you will be receiving more value from the organization. Okay, so this is the point that we see here. Most of you already know what business analytics is, and how it is important. Here I had 5 case studies, but I won't go into those case studies with you in detail. That will take too much time. But I'll mention one, which is this angry tweets study, where they found that tweets received from a particular district, okay, and it can be done. You know, you can classify tweets as angry tweets or not angry tweets. Angry tweets are those which use angry words, which use a lot of 4-letter words and so on and so forth. And non-angry tweets are those which have less of that kind of characteristic. What is interesting is that they found that districts or counties in US, this study was done in US, counties which give out more angry tweets have higher incidence of heart diseases. Okay, and what is interesting is that this data was more positively correlated. The angry tweets data was more positively correlated with coronary heart diseases than any other data predictions based on smoking, income, and diabetes. Okay. Now this was a pure experiment which was done. As business people, we have to look at what lessons can we draw, what business lessons can we draw. So if you are a policy maker, if you work for healthcare, if you work in a hospital, what it means is that you look at this data and use this data to plan your facilities in those districts or in those counties where the demand is going to be more. Or if you are a policy maker, if you are a center for disease control, then you plan accordingly to have more preventive measures in those areas. This we'll skip, And this is my favorite example. When I went to US in 1991, what you see here on the left, Kmart was the leading departmental store, leading retail store. Within a few years, Kmart had to file, as you see here, it is store closing. Kmart filed for bankruptcy, and Walmart became successful. Why? Because of only one difference, and that difference was that Walmart used data analytics while Kmart did not. How does Walmart use data analytics? At the end of every day, they collect all the point of sales data and analyze it to predict what will sell and what will not sell. Okay, Kmart could have done that, but they didn't do it. They didn't have the foresight, they didn't have the wisdom to do that. Walmart did that, and now Walmart is the leading retailer in the world. So, based on that data, they are able to predict what will sell and what will not sell. Just one interesting example, in US, there are tornadoes, what you call hurricanes. There is a tornado season. It starts somewhere in October, goes on all the way till November, December. When a tornado hits a particular city or particular state, then people buy emergency supplies. Everything is disrupted, people are locked down, and those things happen. What Walmart found in their data was an interesting correlation, that whenever a tornado was announced by the meteorological survey, people also bought more beer. Okay. Why? Because they'll be locked down, there will be nothing to do. So during earlier tornadoes, they ran out of beer during those tornado shutdowns. Okay. So in future, they stocked more beer and made more profit. So this is how they very innovatively they use data analytics to improve their performance. Uh, Business analysts, some of this. So this is where your role will come in if you do the MBA. Okay, so right now you are doing business analytics as a technical person. Okay, great, wonderful. As a business analyst who has an MBA degree, now you have two hats to wear. Okay, what we call A-shaped skills. Some skills are T-shaped. That means you have broad-based knowledge of one thing and in-depth knowledge of another field. For example, in your case, it is data analytics. So it's a T-shaped skill. Okay. Uh, in this particular case, what you are going to get is an A-shaped skill. Okay, A-shaped skill meaning you have fairly deep knowledge of two areas. Which are those two areas? One area is business analytics, and second area is the business. Okay, what about business? There are certain basics of marketing, there are certain basics of accounting, there are certain basics of finance, there are certain basics of operations research, there are certain basics of manufacturing, quality control, human resource management, all those things. Okay, so usually what you find in a typical MBA, that students get trained in all the business domains and then they specialize in one. Okay, for example, when I was a student, I specialized in finance. Okay. Later on, I branched it off into information technology. So my basic education was in business management with specialization first in finance and then information technology. Okay. So this is the value added for those students who have uh, actually it's very common in US and in India also. Lot of engineers, after either right after completing their engineering degree, or after working for a few years, they go for an MBA. Why? Because that technical degree, whether it is BTech or BE or whatever, it takes you only up to a certain level. Okay, the next level, which is the managerial level, or even beyond, middle manager, top manager, C-suits, top people of the company. That is where business expertise or domain expertise becomes important. So this is the point that we have. So business analysts don't need to be expert programmers. Okay, as you probably know. See what has changed over years. in the beginning, when I went to US in 1991, my department, it was a very good university. That department in 91 was called the Decision Sciences Department. It was amongst top 10 departments in the world, but it was called Decision Sciences, and they were doing decision sciences even in 1991 and even before that. Okay, that means they were using all those statistical techniques to analyze data. Okay, what has changed in last 30 years is computing power has become more ubiquitous and cheaper. Okay, every 6 years, every few years, prices of computers fall, and computing power goes up. Okay, Moore's law. So now what has happened is, what only few companies like General Electric or IBM or all those big companies were doing, what they could afford to do using mainframe computers, which were very expensive. Okay, now everybody can do that. You can do business analytics on a laptop. Okay, smartphone, I'm not so sure. You can do some, but at least a laptop. But if you have a if because your current laptop, this laptop that I am using, is as powerful as the mainframe computer, those big computers which would occupy a whole room, or even more powerful than that. Okay, so this is where the magic is. This is where things have changed. So this is again the rehash of that, is the use of data information. So basically, this is the marriage of statistical techniques and information technology, which has seen two major changes over years. In my lifetime, I have seen those two major changes. Number one, cheaper, faster computing available at everybody's desktop. Number two, very fast communication. Just as computing power has increased as a power of 2, uh, bandwidth has increased as a power of 3. Okay, so more and more bandwidth is available for people to do, and that's why you have cloud computing. That's why now you don't need very powerful computers in the organization. Supposing it's a mid-size organization. Okay, they can't afford to have powerful servers. They can't afford to have workstations. Too prohibitive, too expensive, 40,000, 50,000. The price tag is very high, but they can rent space on Amazon's cloud or Salesforce cloud and do the same things which larger companies were able to do. So this is what is giving companies competitive advantage. Now again, there will be, as always, there are some who adopt a technology early, and there are others who adopt the technology late. Okay, this has been a classical dilemma in information technology: the early adopters, the late adopters, and then there are laggards who are always very late. In this particular case, because the advantages which are conferred on a company which uses data analytics correctly, as we saw in the case of Walmart and Kmart, that was just illustrative. Okay, now, yes sir. Hello.
So I have a small query.
Yes sir.
Is it program is jointly with USA or
Yes, yes.
50? 1 year
Yes,
in
sir.
one
Good
year.
question. I'm coming to that. So the structure of this program is like this. Let me since you have brought that up, let me uh, bring that up. Okay. So can you see this slide here? This is the
Yes.
proposed structure of course curriculum for MBA. Okay. The way, can you all see this slide?
Yes. Yes. Sir. I
Okay,
can see.
proposed
Yes,
structure.
sir.
Okay, so in this proposed structure, what we have is we have 4 terms in a year, not 2 semesters. It is 4 semesters in 1 year. Okay, each term is 2 months. So in these 2 months, you study subjects like foundations of HRM. This is a basic MBA course, foundations of economics, but also a lot of these technical courses like foundations of business statistics, software concepts for business, etc., etc. Okay, so in first year you have a combination of business courses and core business analytics courses, like visualization is here, data organization management, blockchain, etc. Okay. When we come to second year, okay, so this is your second year. In second year, again we have, so you have 20 courses, each one is only 1.5 credits. So don't get scared, that you have to study too many courses. The total workload is the same as you would find in a typical US MBA. Okay. Only thing is that instead of making a course 3 credits, we have made a course 1.5 credit. 2 months, 1.5 credit. So 20 courses, some core courses and some business analytics courses. When you come to second year, you have two options. Option number one, you stay with us and do additional 16 courses in these four key areas: business analytics, marketing, finance, and supply chain management. Or you can go to US. Where can you go to US? You can go to University of North Carolina, Greensboro, where my friend Dr. Gurpreet Dhillon is an associate dean. Gurpreet Dhillon is a renowned information security expert in the world. He and I have known each other for past 20 years because we used to meet at conferences and so on and so forth. And he brought me to Akal University. So he knows the quality of students. He knows the quality of teaching that we have. He knows the quality, the dedication of people, like Dr. Chima, all my colleagues here at Akal University, and all the good students like you. So what their university has done is that they have signed an MOU with us. So now to answer that question, after 1 year you want to go to US, okay? Then you go to University of North Carolina, Greensboro. There you have to take 10 courses because their courses are 3 credit each, okay? So their master's program in business analytics is 30 credits program, okay? 10 courses. But because you have taken all these interesting courses here in India, all the rigorous courses in India, which have been approved by University of North Carolina, Greensboro, we sent them the content of the courses and everything. So that after that they signed that MOU with us. So when you go there, they transfer 3 of your courses, 9 credits out of 30 from India, from not anywhere from India, but from this program, they transfer those 30 credit, those nine 9 credits out of 30 into their program. So what happens is instead of taking 10 courses there, you take only 7 courses. Okay, two advantages. Number one, biggest advantage, tuition, which is very high in US, it is almost $3,000 per course. Okay, is reduced by 30%, right? Because you don't have to take those 3 courses and you don't have to pay for them. In US, they charge you per credit. Okay, it is not for the whole program. They say, okay, we'll charge you $3,000 per course. Okay, now once you have taken those 3 courses from India, your tuition is reduced by 30%. Number one. Second advantage, now you don't have to study those extra 3 subjects, so you can focus on those 9 subjects which are your core subjects in US and do well there. And I forgot, there is a third advantage also. When you go to US, by that time we have trained you in all the key areas which are in high demand there. So in US it happens like this, this is how I got my job. You first finish your education, and then you are put on what is known as optional practical training, OPT, which is valid for 3 years. Okay, in those 3 years, students who have the right skills have an advantage over others who don't have the right skills. Okay, if you are a simple marketing MBA, why would they give you that job and not give it to an American? Because that American also has the same skills as you have. Okay, in your case, your competitive advantage, where you shine, will come from the technical skills that you have got, and you will get lot of those technical skills in 1 year with us. And also obviously in your case, you will have a dual benefit because you already have some of those skills from your excellent education at Eternal University. Now we fortify that, we give you additional skills so that when you graduate from there, after that 1+1 agreement, you are highly marketable and you get fairly good jobs. So does it answer your question? So that is our 1+1 agreement with the University of North Carolina, Greensboro. What happens if you don't want to go to US? Okay, let me stop this show so that I can. Okay. Okay. So in your case, once you complete this program here in India, okay, so you have two options. You either stay with us, complete the second year here, and get a job in India, or you go abroad. If you go abroad, there is another advantage. That another advantage is that once you go there, we will, since you have completed 1 year with us, we'll give you a diploma. The university will give you a diploma that you have completed first year. So you get another another credential to your name. Okay. So these are the few things. What about the tuition? Okay, tuition for an MBA is really high in the US. Okay, it is also high in India. If you go to an IIM, if you go to ISB, even if you go to second tier MBAs in India, okay, off the bat, we are not going to compete with IIMs. I taught at IIM for some time. I also taught at Goa Institute of Management. We will eventually get there. In 4 years, 5 years, we will be at par with some of those. So right now we are pitching ourselves at the second tier of MBA schools in India, where the tuition may be 5 lakhs, 6 lakhs, 7 lakhs per annum. Okay, so initially we had priced ourselves at 7.5 lakhs per annum, 15 lakhs for the 2 year program. Okay. But since this is the first batch of MBAs, we want to attract students. We reduced it to 2 lakhs per annum. Okay. Last year, COVID happened. We would have started this program last year, but we couldn't because of COVID. So this year, and people have been hit, and we are in a particularly low income area. People cannot even afford to pay 2 lakhs per annum. So this year, as a COVID relief, we are giving 1 lakh extra. So your tuition at Akal University in this MBA program will be 1 lakh for 1 year, payable in 4 installments for 4 semesters, and another 1 lakh in the second year, payable in 4 installments in 4 years. So your total cost is 2 lakhs, and guaranteed package is 5 lakhs, which is an ROI of 250%. You recover your cost within 6 months. Okay, in US it takes 4, 5, 10 years for people to recover the cost of their education in an MBA program. Here you will be recovering it in 6 months, so that is another advantage. So these are the few things. So we'll open it up for questions, folks. Any questions that you may have? And I'm sure you must be having a lot of questions about our program. When do we start this program? We'll start this program with our regular semester, which will be sometime toward the end of July. How will we recruit students in this program? There will be an admission test, and that admission test will be towards the end of June. Okay, and then classes will start end of July. Those 2 month slots, 4 slots of 2 months. At the end of first year, as you are doing an internship now, you will also do an internship here. But this internship will be different in the sense that it will be at the intersection of those two areas that I talked about, intersection of business business administration and analytics. And then once you complete the 2 years, you you will join as a business analyst, executive business analyst, or whatever titles they have for you. Okay, so any questions, folks? Hello, friends. Hello.
No, sir, not having questions right now.
Okay. Uh, if you get interested, Dr. Chima has my phone number. Dr. Chima has my email ID. Okay. Or let me type it here. I don't know where is. Okay, no, I don't see chat here. Anyway, so Dr. Chima has my contact information. Please send me an email or call me or send me a WhatsApp message. I am available all the time. I am here at Akal. How many of you have visited Akal University?
नहीं सर, ये इनमें से तो कोई नहीं आया। एक वैसे 3-4 स्टूडेंट हैं who are from the Mansa district, but they mostly are from Himachal or from states.
Okay,
So
okay.
whenever any program will come, they are
Sure.
final year girls with us up to May. They all
Okay.
are on training, mostly
Okay.
doing it from home or join the industries. So
Okay, very good.
back for the final submission in the month of May, sir.
Yeah, so we are very close to Mansa, and we have a beautiful campus. I'll just show.
Yeah, Dr. Sahab, I shared all your slides or brochures which you have sent to me
Okay, good.
in the group.
So
And
you know how, and this room where I am sitting right now, this is our seminar room. We will convert this into the MBA classroom for now. Eventually, we'll build a separate school of business within this beautiful building. It's a 100 crore building, but right now, the best room in the building will be your
yes, sir.
classroom, and teaching will be done both by national and international faculty. I'll be teaching a few courses. Professor Gurpreet Dhillo of University of North Carolina, he'll be teaching something, and few others. So it will be a mix of
Yeah.
national and international
Okay.
faculty. And
मनप्रीत
yes, sir.
बेटे आप लोगों का कोई क्वेरी है सीआर? बाकी कुछ बच्चों ने कुछ पूछना है? Dr. Pant is very eminent personality, especially in your further career when you need a job, and he is very helpful. आपने कोर्स ज्वाइन करना है, एमबीए नहीं करना अलग बात है, but as a counselor, as a our parental body, Akal University, you can always ask for help. तो
Yes,
किसी
sure.
बच्चे की कोई भी क्वेरी है बेटे, यू कैन आस्क हिम. पवन, आप लोग बेटे पूछिए. पवन, यू आर फ्रॉम आई थिंक सेम एरिया. Pawan,
Pawan is from Mansa.
Yeah, Mansa. Pawan.
Yeah, I've been. Oh, this is beautiful area. I love this area.
Pawan, सब लोगों ने माइक ऑफ किया हुआ है. Please switch on your mic and please at least say hi if you don't have any question.
हाँ, hi कर दो जी.
Sir,
Hello,
sir, we
sir.
don't have any
Sir.
questions yet, but sir was mentioning कि you have his contact details, so if we will have any queries, so we will for sure ask him later.
ठीक है.
इसमें
चलिए.
आप ये भी कर सकते हो. If you are not interested, somebody you know is interested. देखो, मैं आपको बताऊं जी, to be very honest, this year first batch will get a preferential treatment because this is the first batch and the fee is also low. After the first batch, it will become more difficult for students to get in, and the fee will also be higher. So this is a great advantage for those. Only thing that I'll add, students who will succeed in this program are the students who have analytical skills. Analytical meaning problem solving skills. अब कुछ स्टूडेंट्स ने मेरे से पूछा यहाँ पे, वी आर फ्रॉम अ रूरल बैकग्राउंड, हाउ विल वी सक्सीड इन MBA? इनका देखो जी ऐसा है, in a typical MBA where you do marketing, where you do HR, where you do those kinds of activities, uh, those things become important. How you dress, how good is your English, what is your cultural background, etc., etc. In this particular case, you are going to thrive not because of the suit or the tie that you wear, but because of the skills that you bring to the organization, which are the analytical skills, problem solving skills. Okay. And what I have found is that people from rural background, okay, are better at problem solving, better at analytical skills than their urban counterparts. Okay.
Very true, sir. Very true.
Yeah, yeah. So that's the key point that we have to keep in mind, that although this is called an MBA, it is more like a techno MBA, where your claim to fame, it was like this Chinese student, he went for an interview. Chinese don't have very good command over English. Indians have very good command over English. So they asked this Chinese, how many languages you know? Okay. He said five. They were surprised. He said, how come you know five languages? He said, Mandarin, English, C++, and Java. So, so this is the value you will add to the organization, that those technical things which are not easy to pick up, and this will not be uh, an easy course. And I tell students, no pains, no gains. Okay. If it is too easy, it is not worth doing. You have to put in effort to learn new things and to do better than others. Okay.
ठीक है डॉक्टर साहब थैंक यू वेरी मच बिकॉज
Okay,
दिस
sir.
गर्ल्स हैव अनदर प्रोग्राम एट 4 o'clock ठीक है डॉक्टर
Okay.
साहब थैंक यू वेरी
Okay, sir.
मच
Thank you,
तो
sir. Thank you
आई
for arranging it. I
या
think this will
डॉक्टर साहब
this I think this recording will be available on YouTube.
ओके
I'll share it with Dr. Chima, and if you girls have any questions, please do forward them to Doc Saab or to me, and we'll be happy to. If you want to visit Akal University sometime, be our guest. We'll arrange your visit.
ठीक है डॉक्टर साहब
Okay.
थैंक यू ऑल द
Thank you.
गर्ल्स थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर द showing your patience थैंक यू वेरी
Yes.
मच ओके
Thanks. Thanks.
ओके
All the
डॉक्टर साहब
best.
थैंक यू
Have a
वेरी
good
मच
day.
बाय बाय
Bye.
गुड बाय
Thank God.